I understand this is a genuine question, so I'm going to answer you genuinely. You genuinely want to know why my children speak my language badly. First the short version and then the long version. I'm the only person in their lives who speaks the language. I speak my language badly. The people that they spend time around speak many other languages except my language. There are no programs that teach my language to babies and toddlers. There are no books that teach my language. It is a lonely journey to teach your child your home language by yourself. The reason why I'm saying home language instead of my language is because this is a common international phenomenon that affects many people who don't speak my language. It is not unique to me. It might be happening to your friends and family and you don't even know it, but these are the 6 factors that I think should help you understand. Now I'm going to give you the long version. This applies to any minority language. It's not unique to my language, Setswana. Most people don't know this, but majority of the language that you speak fluently did not come from your mother and father. Only rare exceptional cases is that possible. The best way to learn a language is to observe, to hear the background, to observe dialogues, to watch people speak and engage. Not what I do with my children. Because there's nobody else to talk to, I literally have to say to my child, when I say Dumela, you must say Dumela back. They haven't seen it. They haven't had the chance to observe 2 people engaging with each other and say Dumela, Dumela. There are many expressions that I cannot use because something needs to happen first and I need to respond back. For example, my children have never heard me say Kannete, because you can't just say to a person Kannete without anybody initiating something that requires that expression. If you're wondering about my family stays far away. As a migrant laborer in Gauteng, my family is far away, 4 hours away. My siblings have passed away. Even when I take my children back to the village, the children, they don't speak Setswana anymore. They don't speak my home language anymore because the crashes are teaching English. When my mother comes, she speaks the language to the children, but I see her only once a year. She's very busy. She has her own life. But when she does come, or when I take the children there, it has been very beneficial. I've seen the impact it has made on them. Just a week makes a huge difference. In Gauteng, very rarely do you find people who can actually converse strictly in the language. The friends that I have are unable to support me on this journey. The few friends that I have who speak my home language are far away, as in an hour away. Their children also don't speak the home language for similar reasons. Why is my speaking bad? I did my language until matric grade 12. Then I went away to a town that speaks a different indigenous language. So my language deteriorated in the time that I was there. It was only after 10 years that I decided, no, I'm uncomfortable with this situation. I'm going to change it. So I started a YouTube channel and I practiced secretly. I did not tell people about my channel. And because I was doing it on my own, what I speak is the standardized version. There are no entertainment programs in my language. You will not find any videos on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Netflix, you name it, that are in my language targeting babies or toddlers. When we were growing up, we had Is No Good, Wanting to be Musisi, Wanting to be an Emperor. I have looked and I cannot find those programs. They are so difficult to find. So if you know where to get them, please hook me up. But basically, there's no secondary support for my language online. The places where my children spend most of the time do not speak their language. So at school, they speak one language. Where we stay, another language is spoken. Their father is a foreigner, so he speaks a different language and he's teaching them his language. And the funny thing is, the reason why I say this is a lonely journey is, at creche, one of the other children's father asked me if I'm forcing my children to speak back to me in my home language. And I said, yeah, sort of, yes, I asked them to, I prompt them to. And he said, no, you're abusing the children. But I have engaged with his daughter, who's the same age as my children, and she can speak his home language. The level of his daughter's proficiency is exactly the same as mine. Not any better, not any worse, but he has the luxury of access to a community that speaks his home language. On weekends, the child goes home to his parents' home. They speak the language to him. I don't have that. And the last one, I have more than 1,000 books for babies and children under the age of 3. Only one of them is in my home language. I wrote to the person who wrote the language and I said, hey, can I get more of this book? And she said, no, I have stopped selling because I'm no longer selling. The books are sitting in the storeroom gathering dust because I don't have the energy to deal with them. I don't blame her. Majority of the parents, if you ask them how many baby books they have in their language, will tell you 0. There's no demand. If there's no demand, there's no supply. That's why my children don't speak my language well. Many parents wish their children could speak their home languages, but it is so hard. It is so hard because the children's first reaction is to stick to the language that they hear at school, with their friends, the dominant language. And it takes time to constantly repeat yourself and correct. With life the way that it is, people being busy with deadlines and work and church and all these things, it's a sacrifice, one that other people cannot afford to make. So it is a lonely, lonely journey. So be gentle. Thanks for listening this far.